Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game 2 of this matchup between the Nationals and the Cubs. We are set to get underway here in the top of the first inning. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get going underway. Leading off for the Nationals, Bobby Buffa on the season. One of the Premier's hitters, hitting .714. Takes the first pitch strike, and we are underway here in game 2, where the Nationals are trailing 1-0 against the Cubs. That ball is going to be flared into foul territory. The first baseman can't get there. And 0-2 the count. We appreciate all of you sticking with us right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. If you are new to Twitch, make sure you sign up for a new account. Hit that heart-shaped button. You can get all your access to twitch.tv/the CNMSBL right here. Also, on-demand recordings of the game will be posted to YouTube tomorrow. I can guarantee that because I will be available to work on them. The 0-2 from Cruz to Buffa. Buffa lifts that into the shallow infield. Cruz comes on over, squeezes the leather, and that will be the first out of the inning. Up next for the Nationals is going to be Andy Perraro. And Perraro will look to get the rally started. First pitch in there for strike one. On the lower half of the zone. Perraro takes a ball low. Perraro only had 10 plate appearances all year at .500. As that ball is going to go low. Count's going to be even up at 1-1. Cruz comes set the pitch. That ball is lifted into the shallow infield. The third baseman's over, squeezes the leather on it, and that retires Perraro. Up next for the Nationals, it's going to be Mike Schmadebeck. Mike Schmadebeck batting third in this Nationals lineup, hitting .556 on the year with an RBI. That ball is going to be lifted into the shallow outfield and going to drop in there for a base hit. Schmadebeck's going to be the first runner aboard for the Nationals. 2 away. And up coming to the plate is number 32, Steve Thompson. Thompson hitting .778, the best hitter on this Nationals team according to average. Number 1 in batting average, 7 for 9 on the year. Absolutely teeing off. Cruz throws the first pitch low, and that's going to be ball 1. That ball is going to be low and on the inside part of the plate. 2-0 the count. Cubs took game 1 of this best-of-3 series in the semifinals. Ball is high. 3-0 the count on Steve Thompson. That pitch finds the zone. That ball is ripped sharply into right field, but gonna hook foul. And the count's gonna run full. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cubs in extras. Win 4-1 on the Jason Hayward bomb. That's going to be a ball 4 wide. And the Nationals got a couple runners on. I guess these would be their playoff averages, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. And batting 5th for the Nationals, Donnie Monson, the catcher, comes up with an RBI opportunity at hand. The Nationals are looking to bounce back and tie this series at 1 apiece. The pitch catches the inside part of the plate, strike 1. Make sure you quench your thirst with the Miller High Life. I'm sorry, that's not a sponsor, but it should be. That ball dropped just below the zone. It's the sponsor behind my tonsil right now. Jumping back up to 16 viewers. We appreciate all of you tuning in. Cruz comes set, and that ball is just a bit outside. 2-1 the count. 2-1 the count on Donnie Monson. That ball runs outside. 3-1. The first 2 outs were made easy. It seems to be the theme of the night so far in both games. If you missed the first game in the 44 division, that is ball 4 high, and the bases are now loaded with 2 away. And up stepping to the plate is number 15, Kurt Brooks, the DH/pitcher. Cruz so far in this postseason getting 600. Takes a strike for the first pitch. 0-1 the count. That ball is going to be flared to second. Second baseman gets it, steps on the bag, and that will do it for the Nationals here in the top of the first. With 2 outs, the Nationals load the bases, but do nothing. At the end of a half inning, it's the National Zeros and the Cubs coming up right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the first. Nationals loaded the bases in the top half of the inning, but weren't able to squeeze one across. Now the Cubs coming up to the plate is number 1. Where's my roster at? Tom Berenger. Berenger on the season, on the playoffs so far for the Cubs, hitting .667. I believe that was strike 1, as that ball is lifted. The third baseman rolling over, drops the ball. And the ump is calling it a foul ball. As the umpire comes over to discuss it. In disbelief. The foul ball, and Behringer's gonna have to trot on back to first. It's gonna run the count back to 0-2. Tough play there, but in the correct ruling, it matters where the ball lands, not where the position of the defender is. So Behringer steps back in with an 0-2 count, as he looks to get started for a quick release. That ball is pitched on the inside part of the plate. Pitching for the Nationals is Billy Alvarez. As that ball is lifted and ripped sharply into left center field. That's going to split the gap. And Behringer is going to have himself a triple. Look at this guy move. Beautiful rip to the gap, and Behringer gives them a booming leadoff triple. Nobody out. Nobody on. And Stan Cologne steps up to the plate. Cologne, 6 for 6 so far this postseason. Looking to give the Cubs an early 1-0 lead. That ball's on the outside part of the plate. 1-0 the count. Cologne can afford to be selective here. As that ball is ripped sharply, the left fielder's going to squeeze it. Oh, and he drops the ball, unfortunately. And that is going to put Steve Cologne on second base. And the Cubs take a 1-0 lead on the RBI single double by Steve Cologne. Nobody out. 1-0 Cubs here early on in the first. And up to the plate steps Delaney. That ball is a strike on the outside part of the plate. That ball is ripped back up the middle by Delaney for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Cologne. And the Cubs have an early 2-0 lead. On the RBI single by Tim Delaney. And up to the plate steps in number 23, Joel Polikoff. As that ball is lifted into the shallow infield, it's going to drop in front of Kaplan, who tries to toss him out at second. Doesn't get him. Doesn't get him. And there's going to be runners on first and second. Nobody away. Tough play for the second baseman, Kaplan, as he had to charge the play there. Bobby Bufa over at short. Andy Pararo in right. Schmadebeck in at third. Steve Thompson playing first. Donnie Monson behind the plate. As I believe it is a courtesy runner for Polikoff. Four consecutive hits for the Cubs here in the bottom of the first. Yes, sir. We can get that ready for you. I appreciate the commentary. Give me one moment. Oops. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate the comment. Anything to help improve the stream. I believe that was ball one on the outside part of the plate. That ball is grounded sharply into right field. Rounding third and heading home is Delaney. And he will score the third run as Polikoff ends up on third. Maybe not Polikoff. Someone had a pinch runner. But that is going to be a quick 3 runs for the Cubs with nobody away here in the bottom of the first. With runners on first and third. Nationals manager's coming out to check on this pitcher. As Heinzel gets a piece of the baseball, singles, Yes, and we got a Stan Cologne fan in the chat. We appreciate you tuning in. He keeps his perfect postseason hit streak alive. And up to the plate steps in Senna. Senna takes the first pitch for strike one. 0-1 the count. They got runners on first and third and a 3-0 lead. That ball bends back in. It's going to be low for ball one. Senna. That ball bends in just a bit too much inside. 2-1 the count. That ball's going to squeal away. The runner at first is going to take off down to second, but no throw is going to be happening. I don't know why I did that. We got a 2-1 count. Maybe 3-1. Managing a lot here, and that is ball four. Yep, that was a 3-1 count. Well, that's going to be ball four, and the bases are officially loaded for the pitcher Cruz, who can, help himself out greatly. I wouldn't say he got a 1-2-3 inning, but, he got about as close to it as possible. I should say, loading the bases, all with 2 outs, though. 1-0 the count on Cruz. That ball is thrown over the middle there for strike one. That ball is ripped foul, and that's going to destroy some seats back here. And the count's going to run to 1-2. And a big out opportunity for Alvarez and the Nationals. They need to get it. That ball is hit sharply but foul. Cruz looking to blow it open. As that ball just misses. And he evens up the count of 2 apiece. Alvarez winds up and delivers. That ball is going to be cracked into right field and dropped for a base hit. And they're going to go station to station as the Cubs extend their lead to 4-0. And coming up to the plate is, that ball is grounded to the second baseman. Kaplan throws the second for one. Back on over to first. Not able to get the double play, but they get the force out. The run scores. But they have it out now. Here in the bottom of the first. 5-0 Cubs. And up to the plate steps Jonesy. Dave Jonesy, as that ball is ripped to the shortstop, gloved, tossed on over to second, one, held on by Kaplan. They get the top force out. But another run scores, but you got to trade outs at this point. You need to get back up to the plate. Runner on first remains. 6-0 Cubs here in the bottom of the first. And it steps to the plate. is Jeff Jacobs. Jacobs takes that on the inside part for ball 1. 1-0 the count. That ball is high and on the inside part of the plate. 2-0. That ball is lifted into the shallow infield. Kaplan can't make the play. Tough play, ranging backwards. And the runners only go station to station. Those in-between balls are brutal. Talking from one second baseman to another. The ball's on the inside part of the plate to Dave Landis. That ball catches the outside part of the zone. 1-1 the count. That ball's on the inside part of the plate. 2-1 the count. Wild erratic play, and the runner advances to third. That ball is going to be grounded, grabbed by the third baseman, tossed on over to second, and that will do it for the Cubs here in the bottom of the first, but not before they score 6 and take a commanding 6-0 lead. And at the end of 1, it's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals nothing. Coming up next right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL, the top of the second inning. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the top of the second inning. I have to clean this up for you folks. As stepping up to the plate is Ken Rolfe, and he rips that into center field, and that is going to be gloved by the center fielder. Great catch. First pitch swinging, 1 away. And up coming to the plate is number 11, Dave Kaplan. Yes, the one and only Dave Kaplan, co-host of Cap and J Hood on ESPN 1000 from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Make sure you guys check that out. They always talk about the most recent and up-and-coming things. Kaplan rips that sharply into left field for a base hit. 1 for 1. And the Nationals need to start putting some runners on. They want to climb back in this game. Kaplan. Up play next is Scott Cole. That ball was ripped sharply into right field for a base hit. And now the Nationals, ooh, close play at second. But they are in business with runners on first and second and 1 away. Scott Cole with a base hit. And up next to the plate is Mike Nedzielia. I know I effed that one up and I apologize. Cruz just wants to not be totally damaged here. Come set. The pitch. Mike, we should have called Mike. Tries a half-hearted bunt attempt, but doesn't do anything. Cruz comes set. That ball is ripped sharply right at the first baseman. Tossed on over to first, tags him, and that will do it. An unfortunate set of circumstances for the Nationals, as that was a bang bang double play, ripped to the second baseman, and the force out at first. After 1.5, it's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals nothing. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Leading off for the Cubs is going to be Coos, number 44. Greg Coos, as that is a ball on the inside part of the plate. Ball one. Yes, Red, it was an inning killer indeed. Demoralizing is a term I like to use. 1-1. That ball caught the outside part of the plate. That ball is grounded and gonna go foul. Billy Alvarez on the bump for the Nationals. Looking to have himself a cleaner inning here. And hopefully get the Nationals back up to the plate. Late start here in Bensonville. Time call. We got a 1-2 count. That ball is grounded sharply. Stopped by the third baseman. Strong toss on over to first. Got him. Beautiful knockdown by the third baseman. Mike Schmadebeck tossed on over to first, Steve Thompson. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. It is a great way to stay in shape. Make sure you use your body every day, folks. Allegedly, you're supposed to exercise, 60 minutes, but who has the time? Strike one on the lower part of the plate. Switching back around. We are not doing A-B, but Lane is up. Fouls it away, and that's going to be an 0-2 count. Who's 6-3 on the putout if you're keeping score at home. We got Rob Lane up at the dish. Grounds that one to the shortstop. Bufa. He tosses on over to first. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Alvarez looking to find his rhythm here early. Gets the first 2 outs quickly. And we are going to go back to the top of the order, and it's going to be Tom Berenger, who led this game off with a booming triple and started the onslaught for the Cubs. That was somehow a strike on the outside part of the plate, but Alvarez is not going to ask questions. He doesn't want the answers too. That ball is fouled away, and just like that, Alvarez is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. No harm, no trouble for the Nationals so far. But again, like I said, when you get 2 outs, that's when it all starts to break down. That ball is chopped at, grounded, scooped by the third baseman. Tossed on over to first, beats it out, hustling down the line is Berenger. And he's going to reach base safely on an infield single. And up coming to the plate, steps in number 21, Stan Colon. Colon with an RBI single. Yes, sir, and that is some good hustle right there, G. Beverly. And as you have mentioned before, it is a great way to stay in shape. Stan Colon, 7 for 7 so far this postseason for the Cubs. Shades of Jorge Soler, tossed on down to second. So applies the tag, and he is out. The lefty catcher, Donnie Munson, throws him on down to second, and he is caught stealing to end the inning. after 2. It's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals nothing. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Stay tuned. You know what I like about this 60 and older division? The in-between inning transition, it's clean. It's clean, good fun. And we are already back right here for the top of the third on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Batting for the Nationals, number 44, Rich Jablonski. A late call by the umpire for strike 1. Fouled away and quickly 0-2. Exactly, G. Beverly. And as mentioned, J. Cole 930 in the pitcher's defense. They did drop 3 outs in the first. You are correct, sir. Like we were mentioning in the chat, errors are murder in this game. And gotta stay focused. 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. Jablonski stays alive. He needs to get on base. He needs to get on base so that the Nationals could start pouring in some runs and climb back into this game. Jablonski. Deception, ladies and gentlemen. I am telling you, that is the name of the game in these rec leagues. Little league or any league. He bent over and that ball definitely hooked in there for strike 3. And that ball is wide. But playing head games with the umpire is a sure way to maybe get inside that pitcher's brain and he might unravel. Cruz comes set. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball gets by the catcher. The catcher tosses on down to first. And he reaches base safely on the drop third strike. It doesn't matter how you get to the pot of gold as long as you beat the leprechaun. And Jablonski reaches first safely. And up coming to the plate. Up coming to the plate is Tom Pavon as he stands in looking to continue this rally for the Nationals. Cruz comes set. Fakes and tosses on over to first. Cruz trying to keep him honest. Look at that lead over on first. I mean, look at this. Wait a second. I'll show you guys. Look at this lead. Look at this lead. Just decades apart. That ball is low. Nothing doing. Swing and a miss. And that is going to even up the count at 1-1. The Nationals trailing 6-0 here early are looking. Swing and a miss is Pavon. Kind of trying to stay alive. That ball is going to be lifted into left field, and that's going to get over the left fielder's head, and that is going to roll all the way to the wall. Rounding second is Jablonski. He's heading to third, and that is a double for Tom Pavon, and the Nationals have 2 runners in scoring position with a chance to cut this lead by 2 runs. Beautiful 2-bagger by Tom Pavon. And stepping up to the plate is the pitcher, Billy Alvarez. Alvarez with an excellent RBI opportunity to help himself out. The Nationals do come into this series as the higher seed and are looking to extend their postseason chances. Trailing 0-1, game 2, Cruz the pitch, ball on the outside part of the plate. 1-0 the count. Nobody out. That ball is right down Main Street. 1-1. That ball's going to be grounded to the third baseman. Tough scoop. Clean scoop. Tosses it over to first. He gets it, and he beats it out, avoiding the tag. Tough play by the first baseman for the Cubs. I'm not sure who's playing first, but Hines tried to squeeze the leather and stab at him. Couldn't get there. And now the Nationals have the bases loaded. Nobody's out. And Tim Parker steps up to the plate. You wanted to, but that bounced. Catcher doesn't know where it's at. Hustling around back there. One and oh the count. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been around this league for as long as I have, roughly 4 months, six run leads are not safe. That's all I'm gonna say. There's plenty of fight left in these dogs, the Nationals. 1-0 count. Cruz the pitch. All on the inside part of the plate, runs the count to 2-0. Cruz looking to get an advantage here. Tim Parker. That ball's outside. It all starts somewhere. The rally's got to start somewhere, and it starts right here with Tim Parker. That ball found the strike zone. That's going to run the count to 3-1. A drop third strike, a double, and a awkward single, infield single is the stump so far this inning. That ball is lifted high into the air. The center fielder and left fielder are converging. Squeezes the leather. The run is tagging and will score. That will be the first out of the inning, but the Nationals are on the board. And they are now trailing 6-1. As Chuck Scheid is going to be stepping into the plate. Scheid takes a ball high. One on the count. Runners on first and second. One away, ball dives inside. Catcher rolling back here. That catches the outside part of the zone. 2-1 on Scheid. Scheid on the seat in the postseason so far. Hitting 600. That ball's inside, and the count's gonna run 3-1. Swing and a miss. And that is gonna run the count full. Scheid needs to make contact here. That ball's going to be grounded, but foul. And Shite stays alive. Full count on Shite. Runners on first and second. 6-1 Cubs here in the top of the third. The ball's going to be fouled right next to here, actually. Cruz steps off. That ball is gripped sharply to the shortstop. Tough play. Tossed on over to first. Tossed on to second. Good hustle. The force out at second happened. And up coming to the plate is number 4, Bobby Capozzoli. Capozzoli has runners on first and third. 2 away. Excellent RBI opportunity at hand. Takes that for strike 1. As he's looking to work Cruz a little bit here. Cruz had an unbearable situation to begin this inning. Bases loaded, no one out. But he seemed to trickle his way around it. Ball's going to be on the outside part of the plate. 2-1. Walk here, reloads the bases for the top of the order. That ball is grounded sharply to the shortstop, scooped, tossed on over to second, and that will do it for the Nationals here in the top of the third. But the Nationals score 1 and chip into that Cubs lead after 2.5. It's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals 1. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, quick transitions here in the CNMSBL. And we are coming back to the bottom of the third as Stan Colon leads off for the Cubs. And that's going to be ball 1 on the outside part of the plate. Colon, one of the better hitters so far this postseason. Takes strike 1 right down the pipe. And that's going to run the count to 1-1. We appreciate all of you tuning in to twitch.tv/CNMSBL. That ball's going to bounce. Foul. And the count's going to run to 1-2. Oh, that ball just misses. And that's going to even up the count at 2-2. Ball just misses outside, runs the count full. And Colon with a full count. That ball is grounded sharply into left field for a base hit. And Colon continues to be a menace on the paths. First runner on. Billy Alvarez wants to keep sustainability here. Colon ripped that one through the hole. And up next is Tim Delaney. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. That ball's going to be grounded sharply back up the middle for another base hit. Delaney continues to extend the inning for the Cubs. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. And up to the plate is Joel Polikoff, batting fourth for this Cubs team. Manager comes to check out on Billy. He's got to say, hey man, we got to limit the damage here. We can't allow any more runs to go in. And Billy Alvarez is probably like, hey man, I'm super hungry. Can you order me a pizza? Alvarez shakes his head. Like, hey man, just let me pitch, all right? I'm gonna get this guy out. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Polikoff up to the dish. That ball is lifted foul. Bang. That ball is going to be popped up to the shortstop. Caught. Tossed back on over to first. And the umpire calls him safe. Huge first out for the Nationals, as Alvarez is able to induce a soft fly ball to the shortstop, Bobby Buffa. Buffa squeezes the leather and nearly tosses out the runner at first, trying to cheat a little bit. Polikoff pops out, and then Hines steps up to the plate. Ball nibbles on the inside part. Doesn't get enough of the plate though. 2-0 the count. Hines had a single his last at bat, driving in a run. That ball is going to be grounded. Scooped by the shortstop. Steps on second. Throws on over to first. And that is a double play. Beautiful turn job by the shortstop. Scooped it up and tossed it on over to first. And that will do it for the Cubs here in the bottom of the third. Billy Alvarez escapes the mess. And after 3, it's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals 1. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in the top of the 4th inning. The Nationals trailing the Cubs 6-1, fighting for their baseball lives. The Cubs have a 1-0 series lead as the Nationals, the higher seed in this matchup, look to chip away at this lead. And it all starts with the second hitter here. Strike on the inside part. We're going to get this updated. Andy Peraro, the second hitter, gets hit by the pitch, and you never know how it's going to start, but that is just what the doctor maybe ordered. Getting the first runner on. Up coming to the plate is Mike Schmadebeck. Schmadebeck just looking, not just to get the run over, but get on base. Continue to chip away at this lead. Need to be smart here. Sharp, unfortunate double plays have occurred. That's going to be a strike on the outside part of the plate. For example, a sharp line drive out by the second baseman had the runner at first leaning. Big swing and a miss. That's going to run the count to 0-2 on Schmadebeck. Line drive to second baseman. Easy double play over at first. And another double play turned the inning prior. Really ended the Nationals' scoring chances so far. But looking to keep it started. 0-2, the pitch. That ball is going to be grounded. Tough play. Shortstop comes in, squeezes it, tosses it over to first. Toss it to second. That's gonna miss. But Schmadebeck's not seeing it and not gonna advance. And that's gonna be a fielder's choice. 4 to 6 on the putout. And up coming to the plate is Steve Thompson. We got one away here in the top of the fourth. Bobby Buffa looking like Bobby Buys. That ball's going to be ripped into left field for a base hit by Steve Thompson. And the runner will go station to station. We're going to have runners on first and second. And one away. Nice catch by the batter there. And up coming to the plate, Donnie Monson, who was able to gun down the runner, trying to steal second base a couple innings ago. Yes, J. Cole 930. It was a nice double play earlier. We've had a couple nice double plays tonight. I gotta say so myself. Up to the dip, Donnie Monson. Monson steps in. That ball's gonna be flared to second. Second baseman grabs it, tosses on over to second, back to first. And that is another double play. Speaking of a double play, J. Cole 930, just like that, the Cubs get out of the threatening trouble of the Nationals. And after 3.5, it's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals 1. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We will be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We are joined here in the bottom of the fourth as Senna leads off for the Cubs, and that's going to be a ball on the outside part of the plate. We appreciate you tuning in, all 20 of you today. Right currently, we've been as high as 30 tonight. It has been a beautiful night for playoff baseball as that ball runs to the outside for a 2-0 count. Senna lifts that one into center field. The center fielder comes charging in, can't get it, gloves it, and tosses back in to hold Senna to a single. Nice pop fly single, and the first runner is aboard for the Cubs. Senna is followed by Cruz. Cruz, who's done a great job, has had some great help defensively, turned more than a few double plays. And that ball catches the outside part of the zone. 0-1 the count. Cruz is like, what? That ball's ripped sharply to shortstop. Strap, toss to second. Kaplan on over to first. And that is a double play. And just like that, the Nationals are 1 out away from getting out of this. Not much of a major threat, but 2 outs and nobody on is a lot better than a runner on with nobody out. You don't want that kind of anxiety to set in. The 6-4-3 twin killing. Buffa to Kaplan, on over to Thompson. Lays the last second strike call as Quigley steps in. Strike 2. Indeed, Jake Cole, the Catman, made a great turn there. 0-2 on Quigley. That ball's fouled away. 0-2 count. That ball is popped up, and it looks like it's going to go out of play. It's the top of the net and falls to the ground. Ball's going to be on the outside. 1-2 the count. Quigley looking to keep the inning alive for the Cubs. That ball's going to be grounded to the second baseman. Cap scoops, tosses on over to first, and that will do it for the Cubs here in the bottom of the fourth. After 4, it's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals 1. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Top of the 5th inning we go. The Nationals are trailing the Cubs 6-1. And up to the plate for the Nationals is number 15, Kurt Brooks, as he is looking to get the early starters. He's going to ground that to the third baseman. Scooped cleanly. Tossed on over to first, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. And it looks like the Cubs got a new pitcher on the mound. They're looking to keep the righty-righty matchups. As coming up next is Ken Rofe. That ball's on the outside part of the plate. Strike 1. That ball's rolled over to the shortstop, charging. Clean scoop, tossed on over to first. Strong throw for the second out of the inning. The Cubs seem to be in complete command of game 2 here. As coming to the plate is David Kaplan. Kaplan 1 for 1 with a sharp single in his first at-bat. Stepping in, looking to keep the inning alive for the Nationals. Personal odds he gave me were -280 to go yard. I don't recommend it, but that ball is going to be flared into left field past a diving shortstop. Great attempt, and Kaplan is on base and 2 for 2. Alden 20, keep it going, Cubbies. Yes, the Cubs are doing an excellent job so far and seem to have a stranglehold on this series. Following Kaplan in the order is going to be Scott Cole. Scott Cole on his last at-bat singled. And him and Kaplan were looking to get the rally started before a stunning double play. That ball catches the outside part of the zone. 0-1 the count. The ball bends in low. One and 0 the count. That ball's on the inside part of the plate, running the count to 2-1. That ball's grounded sharply, just foul. And that is going to run the count even at 2-2. Cole, like I said, 1 for 1, hitting about 500 so far in the playoffs. Trail the Cubs 6-1, and their at-bats are dwindling away. That ball was bounced low, and the count is going to run full. The Cubs could, if the Nationals can rally here with 2 outs, they can send the message that they're not done yet. On deck for the Nationals is Mike Needsla, who was the one who lined into that double play, but he squared it up. That ball's going to be flared into right field, and it's going to get down. Kaplan round second hard, but it's nothing doing, as the runners are going to go station to station here. Still 2 away. Kaplan on second. It's Cole on first. Mike Needs up to the plate. Needs wants the exact same result last time, just maybe not right at a guy. I know. Not trying to ask a lot here. And Needs takes one off the left cheeky there. And the bases are now loaded for number 44, Rich Jablonski, who reached last at bat on a drop third strike. This is an excellent opportunity for the Nationals. Bases loaded. Gotta say, this is the second time they've had this evening. Jablonski comes up to the plate. As that ball is thrown behind him. Almost gotta kind of take that one on the leg there. But, you know, hey, a big base hit here could cut the lead, could cut the deficit to half. That ball is lifted foul. And the count's going to run even one. That ball ran in on the hands of Jablonski. John Heinzel, I believe, is on the bump. That ball is outside. 2-1 the count. That ball's grounded past the pitcher. Scooped by the shortstop. Tossed on over to first. And that will do it for the Nationals here in the bottom of the fifth, or the top of the fifth. To the bottom of the fifth we go. After 4.5, it's the Nationals 6 and the Cubs 1. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Pitching change for the Nationals. Coming in, right-hander number 15, Kurt Brooks, as he is looking to keep the Cubs at bay here in the bottom of the fifth. Welcome back to twitch.tv/CNMSBL. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Stephen Ryan. And the Cubs have a 6-1 advantage here in Game 2 of this CNMSBL semifinal matchup. Rush throws on the inside part of the plate. Going to be ball 1. That ball is just a bit high. Don't know where that one missed, but hey, what are we doing here? Up to the plate is number 18, Dave Jonassy. Jonassy rips one sharply to the shortstop. Scooped. Tossed on over to first. Strong throw by Bufa. And that is the first out of the inning. Bufa has had a few mistakes out there at shortstop. He's been doing a solid job for the Nationals, trying to keep them at bay. Up coming to the plate is Jeff Jacobs. Jacobs in his first at bat. Either walk or lined out to the third baseman. Strike one on the inside part of the plate. And that is strike 2. That ball kisses the inside part of the batter's box. And that runs the count to 1-2. That ball runs low. Count evens up 2-2. And that is ball 2. The count's gonna run even at 2-2. As that ball's gonna be flared into center field. Four base hit, tossed on over from the center fielder. Post play, and he's gonna call him safe. The center fielder. Heads up play by the center fielder. There's a ball high on the outside. Strike on the outside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Ball on the outside part of the plate. 2-1 the count. Bottom of the 5th. Cubs have a 6-1 lead. Kurt Brush. I know I'm butchering that. I apologize. That ball is outside. Count is going to run to 3-1. Really want to induce the ground ball here. And that is ball 4. I believe that is Landis. Up coming to the plate for the Cubs, Rob Lane. That must have been Kuz who reached safely. Runners on first and second, 1 away. And bunt down by Lane. Fumbled by the pitcher. Tough play. And Lane's going to reach base safely. The ball just squeezed on through his hand. Tough play. And now the bases are juiced. Courtesy runner for Lane. And to the top of the order we go. As Tom Berenger steps in. First pitch in there for a strike. That ball is ripped sharply into center field for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. and the Cubs extend their lead to 7-1 on the RBI single by Tom Berenger. And upcoming to the plate is Stan Cologne, who comes in 2 for 2 so far. That ball sails overhead. 1-0 the count. That ball is ripped sharply into center field and over the center fielder's head. That is going to be absolute trouble as 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and a third trailing right behind him as Stan Cologne stands on third with the bases clearing triple, and the Cubs take a 10-1 lead. From bases loaded to just a runner standing on third and 3 runs in, the Cubs have taken a commanding 10-1 lead and look to put a stranglehold on this series. That ball is low and on the inside, 1-0. Strike on the inside part of the plate. Ball low and away. That ball is lifted into center field. The center fielder coming in, and it drops in front of him. And Stan Cologne is going to score from third, extending the lead to 11-1. On the bloop single by Delaney, Polikoff steps up to the plate. The Nationals desperately need a sharp ground ball right at their shortstop or second baseman. Strike on the outside part of the plate. That was a ball. And that was the second ball. 2-1 the count on Polikoff. That ball's grounded sharply to third. Tossed on over to Cap at second. Back on over to first. And that will do it for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 5th. But not before they strike for 5 more and take a commanding 11-1 lead. The Nationals' chances are dwindling. After 5, it's the Cubs 11 and the Nationals 1. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. The Cubs are leading 11-1.
Oh, I was watching. I had it on here, but it came
11-1. Yeah.
I read that, phone's all messed.
All right. Oop. That ball is ripped into left field. That is going to get over to the left fielder's glove. And that is going to be a leadoff double for Tom Bevan. It is Bevan. You never know in this league. Scarf that down in the between innings. Bevan is followed by Billy Alvarez, who is looking just to extend. I wouldn't say extend the inning, but just keep the line moving. That is a late strike call. Yeah, they'd have. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, for your game? Yeah. Yeah, he took Kevin Jenkins. Yeah. They called him Carlos Zambrano.
Yeah,
He was hot.
human race.
Yeah. That's Steve Traxel. Yeah. I don't remember any of that right now. Tomorrow you'll be able to look at it more. Yeah. We got a 2-1 count on Alvarez. Ball is wide, 3-1. Oh, very nice. Yeah. That ball is lifted into the infield. Shortstop's under it, gloves it. Yeah, Stan Cologne, I believe, has gotten to hit every plate appearance so far this postseason run. Stannis Cologne, the retired CPE detective, squeezed the leather on that one. And now Tim Parker's up at the plate. That ball hooks in there for strike one. Alvarez was pitching, and then they brought in Crooks. Nice. Yeah. 1-1 the count. Ah. Oral surgeon. Lots of different players with unique backgrounds in the league. The pitch, swing and a miss. It's Parker. Schmabedek. No, sheet. .34 is Bob Capozoli. As he takes that, Bob Capozzoli, as he takes that for strike three, and now there's two away for Bob Capozzoli. Wow. Ball high. Yeah, these are all the notes I need pregame.
Well, I'm just...
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So as that ball's grounded sharply, foul. Yeah, that works. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. They attach those dogs. Yeah, that's a good life. Mm-hmm. In dog years, that dog was retired. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She 2-1 the count. Taking strike on the outside part of the plate. Now the count runs even at 2-2. Taken on the outside part of the plate for strike 3, and down go the Nationals in the top of the 6th. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It's the Cubs 11 and the Nationals 1 right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL.
So, do that again tomorrow. Yeah, you need to be.
Bobby.
Bobby Buff.
Buffa. You playing?
Bobby's a good bowler.
Yeah. The 6-3 put out. Yeah. Yeah, I figured so. I also liked how prompt they are. He's 2 for 2. I got a highlight of him right here. Mm-hmm.
Tell you that?
No, he didn't tell me that. But this is... We got him, I mean, swing and a miss. So it's a long range play. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it was really in between a swing and a miss.
Or did he come up here and do that like
No, he's because he.
that was in the other.
Yeah, it was during the other part of the game, but he said to text him, and then we're gonna set up a time to call and chat more.
Good.
Yeah.
Connection.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I listened to it this morning. That's a tough play by Put. Oh, try to toss it on over, hustling down the line, and the runner reaches base safely. Tough play by Buffa. Yep. Ooh. And up stepping to the way is number 44, Delaney. I think it is Delaney. That changes everything. Gary Cruz started this game. Yep. All on the outside part of the plate. Oh my. Nice. Well, was outside throwing down to first. That was delicious. Cruz has a 2-0 count. Strike on the outside part of the plate. 2-1 the count. One away here, bottom 6. Cubs leading 11-1. That ball is stroked into center field. The center fielder tracking it cannot get there, as the runner is rounding second and now running third and heading home. He will score easily, and the lead is now 12-1. Yep. Thank you. Yes, I'll have them edited tomorrow
You're gonna
morning.
send me the game film.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I have a feeling.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Hey, good job.
Yep.
And,
All right, sounds good.
all right. I'll tell you in the morning.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it. Believe it's Quigley. He takes ball low. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Pitch hooked in there for strike 2, and now we got a 1-2 count on Quigley. That ball is stroked into center field. The center fielder's under it, squeezes the leather. It was right at him for a loud second out. 2 away here, and coming to the plate is Dave Jonasy. Jonasy grounded into a fielder's choice and reached base safely in the next at bat. Honestly, folks, I just kind of made that up. It has just been an absolute drubbing here in Pennsonville. Cubs have a 12-1 advantage. That ball is flared into shallow center field. The shortstop, Buffa, under it. Can't get there. Tough play. Buffa ranging to his left. Couldn't get there. Right down the pipe. 0-1 the count. That ball had a close conversation with his body there, but to no avail. That ball's grounded back to the pitcher. He picks it up, tosses on over to first, and that will do it for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 6th. To the top of the 7th we go. Last chance for the Nationals. They need 11. Cubs 12, the Nationals 11. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. To the top of the 7th we go. Here at twitch.tv/CNMSBL. The Nationals are down to their last at bat. Let's see what they can do here. Up to the plate is Bobby Buffa. Top of the order, we got Buffa, Pereira, and Schmadebeck. And they are the last hope for the Nationals and their year this year. Pitch 1 on the way. Strike on the outside part of the plate. The count is going to run to 0-1. That ball is going to be low. Ball on the outside part of the plate, 2-1. Strike two, and the count's gonna run even 2-2 on Buffa. And Buffa gets struck by the pitch, and he will reach base safely. And coming to the plate is going to be Andy Peraro. He was also hit by a pitch earlier on in this affair. Strike on the outside part of the plate. Oh, low and away. I'm not sure what the approach is here, but you just gotta figure it's trying to stay alive. Get on base any which way. Keep the line moving. Ball's low, is gonna get passed, and Buffa is gonna trot on down to second. That keeps the double play out of the context, and 2-1 the count on Peraro. Buffa has played a mean shortstop today. Do not get it twisted, folks. That ball's ripped sharply back at the third baseman. He gloves it cleanly, and that is gonna be the first out of the inning. What a rip. What a rip by Peraro. And coming up to the plate is going to be Mike Schmadebeck. Strike on the outside part of the plate. One away here in the top of the 7th. Cubs can smell it. Swing and a miss. And Schmadebeck is gonna be down 0-2 quickly. Go to the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Nationals are down to their final out. And it's all up to Steve Thompson, the first baseman. First pitch to Thompson. Strike on the outside part of the plate. That ball's grounded to the shortstop. Strong toss on over to first. And that will do it here for the Cubs. The Cubs take the series win 2-0 and advance to the next round of the CNMSBL playoffs. The Nationals are unfortunately going to head home. We appreciate all of you tuning in to twitch.tv/CNMSBL. On your way out this evening, make sure you hit the heart-shaped button and have